My expectations before I employed a personal trainer were really around finding somebody who could help me lose weight. It was fundamentally about losing weight. I tried for years on my own to do it myself, tried different diets, nothing had ever really worked, or nothing had really stuck for too long. And I really wanted somebody to help give me the motivation. So fundamentally it was about motivation, it was about technique, but it was about inspiration as well, and just getting some assistance because I couldn't do it on my own. I had a personal trainer about sort of 10 years before I met Tom, and whilst it was good, it didn't work out logistically because it was too far to travel, but actually working with Tom was really convenient. He came to my house and still does, and we work out in the local park. So that was really my expectation around a personal trainer. So in terms of how I felt before meeting Tom for the first time, I was probably a little bit apprehensive because I wasn't feeling that great about myself, and I wondered, I was worried that he would be very judgmental of my lifestyle, sort of my diet, my lack of exercise, and so I was worried, in terms of what he would think of me. But actually, in reality, the truth was totally different, and I felt very comfortable with him from the start. And I never felt at all that he was judging me or looking down on me in terms of how I'd lived my life up to now, but was just able to help me change it. The reason I chose Tom originally was partly to do with the professionalism of the website that he'd set up. I was really impressed by the fact that I had to justify to him why he should take me on. So it wasn't about, I'll take anybody. So I think that was important for me. I didn't want a trainer who'd just take anybody just for the money. But in terms of him as an individual, as I say, we just clicked, the chemistry was right. He was the kind of individual I felt could motivate me in a positive way, and at the same time we could have some fun doing it. And because I was talking about a fundamental lifestyle change for myself, I wanted somebody who I really trusted to help me achieve it. Absolutely. I mean, in some respects it was quite scary that when I first met Tom, I think for me the chemistry was just right, because I think you've got to find somebody where there is that chemistry, that you respect them for their expertise, but also in terms of character it works so that when they're trying to motivate you and push you and what have you, you actually feel good about it rather than somebody just bullying you. Okay, in terms of results, I think the results I've experienced have been fundamentally about a lifestyle change. So whilst I went into it thinking I just want to lose weight, in effect what's happened is I've totally changed my life, which has resulted in me losing weight. So I now eat healthily rather than diet, and I now exercise and I absolutely love it, which in the past I used to hate. And I actively go looking for activities and things to do that actually sort of push me further than I've pushed myself before. Okay, in terms of concrete results, when I first met Tom, I actually weighed over 20 stone. And as you can really see, I've lost a significant amount of weight. I'm still not quite at my goal, but I know I'm going to get there. Okay, a typical training session for me is about variety. I don't spend my whole training session doing exactly the same thing, and if I did it'd be incredibly boring. Tom knows I like the variety, and so he tailors my training sessions to actually suit that. And it can be everything from warm-ups and basically, what are they called? SAQ, I think, activities. As I say, it's variety, so there's everything from boxing, so I can, if I'm feeling any aggression, I can just punch a few things, to some sprinting, to weights, but fundamentally it's about variety for me. Before I met Tom and started my training sessions, I disliked exercise probably as much as anything because I couldn't do it. And there is a piece that when you weigh a lot, you're almost scared to give things a go, whether you think you'll enjoy them or not. Whereas now, I actually love exercise, and I go out of my way to make time for exercise in my life. Previously, I always said I was too busy. My very first training session with Tom really, when I think about it, didn't involve actually that much activity, but was, for me, it was more than I'd done probably for about 10 years. And it really involved walking upstairs, walking with a bit of speed, but fundamentally that was all I was capable of doing when I first had my training session. In terms of what I actually do now from an activity perspective, I try and get to the gym 5 or 6 times a week, and I absolutely love spinning. I try and go to a spinning class at least 5 times a week. I lift weights and heavier weights than I ever thought I would. I can run, just a whole variety of things. I play tennis, and I just enjoy what I do. I think that's the fundamental difference for me, is I absolutely love what I do. In terms of Tom as a person and as a trainer for me, I actually find him very easy to get on with. That isn't to say he's all happy and smiley all the time. When he gives me a tough message, I know he really means it. But at the same time, his approach is very motivational. So what he does is he looks to tap into what really works for you as an individual. And so I think probably his style with everybody is slightly different. But as I say, it certainly works for me, and I call it chemistry. Whether it's truly chemistry or not, I don't know. But I just find him very easy to get along with. He's fun. And so we always have a laugh in our training sessions, and I always look forward to them. In terms of any negatives or the downsides, I think that I'll be honest, there isn't that much. He sometimes pushes me to do things that I really don't want to do, and I do understand why. And there's a certain type of exercises that I don't particularly enjoy doing. But he knows that because they're the right thing for me in terms of what I'm wanting to achieve, he will push me and he will use various techniques and tactics to actually get me to do them. So that's probably my main negative about training. It's probably fair to say on occasion we have disagreements. We're both quite strong characters, and we don't agree on everything, but usually we'll find a compromise. If you are looking at the website right now, my best piece of advice to you in terms of exercise is really give it a go. It might be something that you've never actually tried before, but don't be afraid to give it a go. I did, and it certainly paid off for me.